lawyers are naturally trained to think of what if something goes wrong. Okay, what can go wrong? So you are kind of thinking that what if this happens, what if this goes wrong, what if this changes. Okay, you were like, it's just a trait of a lawyer to think of what can be the wrong thing that is going to happen. Okay, always looking at downsides, always thinking at what can be a problem here. So you use these skills or this sense to develop a rock solid system for a business. And you find out that what can go wrong here. And you find out what can now go wrong, and then you fix it. So like that, you develop like really good processes and systems, and thinking that whatever is going to go wrong should be taken care of in that system. Okay, it's just a natural sense that lawyers have. Now you know that a submission needs to reach a regulator by a specific date, like I was saying. So you are the best person to calculate backward, okay, and build an input processing output system towards the compliance. Okay. So you know that it has to be submitted, let's say, on certain website electronically by this date. Now you will identify backward from that who is going to submit that. So until when does that information need to reach him? Who is going to provide that information to him? And in order to provide that information, what are the kind of inputs that that person will need? So you work backwards, 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 backwards. How much time the middle guy will need to process? How much time the first person will need to gather the inputs from different places? Okay, you are the right person to work backward from this and work out what is the system that you need to install. Okay, so you can be the right person to ensure this. As lawyers, we are also trained to generate evidence, and I can tell you that it is it is incredibly crucial. Okay, I mean, like, you study and you must have read all of the instances that happens. Every single thing needs to be in writing. Okay, you cannot, like, we are trained, like, as lawyers we are kind of trained that oral contracts are not really contracts as such, because where do I get the evidence for it? Okay, we are trained to think of generating evidence in all things. Okay, so we will take this attitude always. We are perfectly suited for compliance in this situation to think that everything needs to be in writing, every receipt needs to be acknowledged. Now I've held one position, for example, the it was with a bank, and the internal audit was so tough that they would even keep a record of the discussions that you have between, like, different people in the same department. I had to have, like, I will have discussions with my manager inside our cabin. So these will only be oral discussions, right? But then I have to come out and I have to email the point of that discussion to myself as a record, that on this day, this is what I discussed with my manager. It is so crazy. Okay, but that is the level of record keeping entities which are dealing with a lot of money, like, as you saw, Goldman Sachs, who are subject to anti money laundering kind of violations, data related violations. Okay, all these entities will need this kind of record keeping. Okay, because they have to trace everything down to the last level for everything. And I can tell you how important this is. I have held a position where I was dealing with a public issue. Okay, and we were dealing with a lead manager, and there was a certain contract that needed to reach the lead manager. Okay, there was an agreement which needed to reach the lead manager. Now what happened is, one day they are certainly like, I had sent it to them, and they are suddenly sitting up and they are telling the management that we have never received this contract. Okay, they were just up and they were telling the management we have not received it. So now it was such a crucial contract that literally my job would have been under threat. Okay, but I had seen the sense enough to get it hand delivered to them and then get a stamp of received on a copy of that contract with me. Okay. Otherwise, they simply stood up and said, we have never received it. Okay. But I had gotten it hand delivered and I got the stamp of received on a copy of that contract with me. I had specifically instructed the person who was hand delivering that get a stamp of received on this date and sign and then bring the copy back to me. So at that time, I was able to say that I have a copy with your received stamp on it. Now, how are you saying that we never got it? So after that, they couldn't speak anything because I maintained that record. If I hadn't kept this and if I had been lax enough to just send it in some manner, I would have been on the verge of losing my job. It is so crucial. Okay. So record keeping, keeping things in writing, keeping everything that is received needs to be that needs to be acknowledged. It is very essential.